everyone, welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year! Can you believe it's 2025 already? That makes no sense to me. It felt like from September to December, those were not real months. Like, it just went blink! And now we're back to January, that's gonna feel like 50,000 years. And then the month is gonna start speeding up again. But anyways, I am here to do my reading recap for 2024. And I'm really excited, guys, because I actually hit my goal, my reading goal for 2024. In fact, I did pass my reading goal for 2024. So I'm really excited to share it with you guys. I read officially 59 books. I know the stats are going to say something different, but I assure you that I actually did read 59 books. I figured out what had happened was one of the books that I read, Storygraph didn't have it because it was like it had just dropped when I read it. I think I read it like a week after it got published. So obviously Storygraph didn't have it on there, so it just forgot to like record it. But I did end up reading 59 books this year. I read about 24,035 pages this year. My top genres are romance, fantasy, LGBTQIA+, young adult, and contemporary. Now, technically, fantasy should be more, but I realized that a lot of the fantasy books that I'm reading are actually more romantasy, if anything. And there was a moment back in like November where I was reading this like potato chip like romance book. Also, the term potato chip is like from, I forget what his name is. He's been popping up on my reels lately. He's also a bookstagrammer, but I learned the word potato chips from him, so I started like to say it. But anyways, I started to read these like potato chip like romance books. So these are just like quick, easy, fun books that you can just like consume really quickly. So I think that's why romance is my top category, because fantasy was like 37 books and then romance was 39 books. So there was not that much of a difference between them. Anyways, I only had 2 5-star reads in the year 2024. Guys, I promise, like, I'm reading good books. I'm just kind of like a little picky on how I rate books. Anyways, we're gonna talk about my 5-star books later. My very first book of the year is The Summoning by Kelly Armstrong. I literally adore Kelly Armstrong. When it comes to YA books, she knows what she's doing, okay? She knows what she's talking about, and I'm so here for it. My last book of the year was Case File Compendium. It's a Chinese Damir BL book. Y'all, it was hard to get to that book. Anyways, my longest book was Evan's Official Blessings. I think that one had like 600 pages. And then my shortest book was How to Flirt with the Hellhound by Shannon May. That one was like 250 pages. It truly was not that long. But my average rating for the year was 3.8 stars. Guys, I promise again, I'm not a picky reader. My friends said that I'm hard to please. And when it comes to reading, sometimes I am hard to please, especially with like fantasy book, which is like my favorite genre. I am hard to please, okay? Like, if you're writing a fantasy book, it needs to make sense, okay? So when I'm rating, I do rate objectively. The only time like I don't rate anything objectively is if I'm reading any like romance books. Romance books I rate more on like vibes and if I like the main characters or not. So those ones you find are usually higher rated. But fantasy books, very serious for me. I rate everything from the writing, the world building, the characters, the supporting characters, plot, conflict, cliffhangers, like fighting scenes. Like, it's very serious for me. I take it as a job. Anyway, so those are like some of my stats for the year, and I'm very excited to see what this year 2025 brings, because my reading goal is 75 books and I think I can do it. Okay, so for this video, I'm going to be doing a yes, no, maybe for all 59 books that I read this year. I have them all written on the sheet of paper. Now, keep in mind, this is all my opinion. And if, say, your favorite book is on this list or something, please do not get mad. If a book you want to read is on this list, and please don't let my rating like discourage you. Like, still go and see for yourself, okay? Because like some of the books on this list are books that I went to go see for myself, and I didn't let the book talk, bookstagram hype or whatever hate psych me out. There are a lot more yeses on here than nos. Quite a few maybes as well. But again, let's get into this. And then once this is done, I'm going to be doing a more in-depth analysis of my 4-star and 5-star reads from 2024 as well. There honestly isn't that much. I think combined there's like 20 books of 4-star and 5-star reads out of the 59 that I read. Again, I promise I'm not a picky I picky reader. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into it. This one is Impromptu Match. That one is a maybe. It started out well. They kind of lost me. The Summoning, The Awakening, and The Reckoning by Kelly Armstrong. Best YA series ever. Argue with the wall. I don't care. That one is a very, very strong yes. The Host by Stephen King. Maybe. God of Fury. Yes. Yes. Whispers in the Dark. Yes, but the genre might not be for everyone because it is paranormal. So you should do some research on that. Isto, yes. Take Me Apart, no. That was a waste of my time. A Rip Through Time, yes. Eva's Official Blessings from book 1 to book 4, because that's how much I read so far. Yes to all of them. Absolutely yes. Run and get it. It's so good. Anyways, The Poisoner's Ring, yes. Disturbing the Dead, yes. But I was very unimpressed with the way it ended. Blood Scion, I don't know how to say this word, so just bear with me. But surprisingly, yes. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Ugh. Personally, maybe, but objectively, yes. I hear that you have to read the full series to appreciate the world that Holly was trying to build. So, yes. Legendborn and Bloodmarked, yes. Yes. If you have not read those 2 books, what are you doing? Go get it right now. Terms and Conditions, yes. Red, White, and Royal Blue, yes. And I stand by it 1,000%. Bride, yes, actually. Because I saw some hate for this book, and I was like, did we read the same book? It is. Case File Compendium, the first book, yes. The second book, yes, but please go research that second book and look for some of the warnings, because it unfortunately got a little grapey towards the end, and that was kind of weird. Case File Compendium, the third book, yes, but only to get through the series. There's still 2 books left in that whole series, but this third book tired me out. Oh my god. Imperfect Cadence, maybe. The Locked Door, ugh, maybe. Vespertine, yes. Butcher and Blackbird, sure. The Housemaid, yes. Husky and the White Cat Shizun, that one is also a Damir. I read the first 6 books. There's gonna be 8 in the full series. The 7th book and the 8th book are dropping this year, but I read the first 6 books and absolutely yes. This book kind of rocked my world. The Serpent and the Wings of Night, yes. Mafia Target, yes. It is one of those like potato chip books. It's like mafia romance, boy love. It's kind of chill. The Ashes and the Star-Crossed King, that's the sequel to The Serpent and the Wings of Night. That one is also yes. One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns, yes. Absolutely yes. Those 2 books actually kind of like changed my life, not gonna lie. I read those 2 books in a span of 2 days. That was how good it was. Anyways. The Housemaid's Secret, maybe. I did not like this book at all. This was the most drawn out, boring book that I've ever read. I was like, snooze fest. I literally had to force myself to read it because I don't like to DNF books. So, read at your own risk. I've heard that the Housemaid series by Frida is a good one for some people, but it didn't work for me. I wouldn't even be bothering reading the 3rd book. The Caretaker, yes. This is another potato chip book. Hunted and Sneered, that's a duology, a duo book. Yes to the both of them. That one is also sort of, it's kind of fantasy. It has dragons in it. There we go. Passing Through Purgatory, yes. Yes. That book, I was surprised by how much I liked it. How to Flirt with the Hellhound, yes. That one was kind of cute. And it was kind of silly too. Bound by Shadows, Trial by Fire, and Sundered by Fate. That is a series by Vera Winters, if I'm correct. Maybe. Because the writing was atrocious. The writing was hard to get through. There was so many grammatical errors. So it was like there was no editor. She just wrote this on Google Docs, put it through Grammarly, and was like, okay, let's publish. But the plot is so good. The tension, it's enemies to lovers, like it's so good. It was kind of worth the pain of the horrible writing, if that makes sense. So maybe. Shots on Net, yes. This was actually a really cute book. It's another potato chip book as well. It's mostly romance. Mortal Skin, Forgotten Vows, and King of Death. Those 3 are also a little series. I loved that book. A good fantasy book. I read those 3 in less than a week. It has fairies in it. Not fairies. Fae people? Fae folk? Yeah. Them, among other creatures. And honestly, I'll eat up any fantasy book any day. So, of course I loved it. Of course it was great. Yeah, so far that is literally like my yes, no, maybe for the year 2024. Okay guys, very quickly we are going to get through my 4-star and 5-star reads for 2024. I have 18 books that I rated 4 stars in the year 2024. So we're gonna start with Mortal Skin. Mortal Skin honestly is really good. It was very surprising because I was just browsing on my Kindle and I was like, what is this? And it was good. Lily May, she did exactly what she needed to do, and yeah, I was here for it. It's fantasy, it's fae folk, romance. It's kind of slow paced, but like it's not mind-numbingly like slow, so it's still good. The Husky and his white car Shizun, that one's the Chinese Damir that I was talking about. That one I also rated a 4 star. Honestly, the whole entire series of that damn book kind of rocks my world, not gonna lie. Like, please check the trigger warnings for that book if you are going to read it. It's not too bad, like, it's nothing crazy, but the author um does like to deal with a lot of like heavy topics and likes to like push boundaries a little bit. So please check warnings. Also, Heaven's Official Blessing. Guys, first of all, I just have to flex the cover of this book. This is the entire series. I'm gonna start rereading it. I think after I finish shooting this video, because I promised a friend of mine that I would get through all 8 books by January 13th. So please wish me luck. Anyways, amazing. That's all I have to say. Amazing. The Serpent and the Wings of Night, I also rated for sure. Carissa, she kind of did her thing. She did her thing. The plot was plotting, the conflict was conflicting, and one thing that I really like about this book, and I also really like about like fantasy books, is when they focus on the fantasy and the political aspect of the book, and they make the romance very secondary. Anyways, Case File Compendium, the second book, I rated a 4 star. I don't remember what I rated the first book. The first book I found a little like boring to get through. It was just like a lot of world building and backstory. But the second book, the action picked up. That one kind of played with my emotions a little bit. Legendborn, of course, is getting rated a 4 star. I cried about this book, actually. It kind of rocked my world. It kind of rocked my world a little bit. I wouldn't even lie to you. Like, that's how good it was. Like, Tracy Dion did her thing. And one of my resolutions for reading 2025 is reading books by more Black authors and have more Black like leads in them. So I'm very, very excited. And the third book is coming out, guys. I'm excited. Anyways, How to Flirt with the Hellhound. This was kind of cute, not gonna lie. It was romance, was kind of silly. It's between a human and a hellhound, but like obviously the hellhound can change into a man, so it was cute. One Dark Window. I think the reason why I liked One Dark Window is like Rachel Gillig, like she did something new that I don't see with a lot of fantasy books. Like the world that she weaved in there, yeah, she ate. Like I fear she ate. She did exactly what she needed to do, and I applaud her for it. A Rip Through Time by Kelly Armstrong. You know, honestly, I'll eat up anything by Kelly Armstrong, so this one's pretty self-explanatory. The Caretaker, I had initially rated it as a 5 star because of like the emotions and the vibes after I read it was just like really high. But then thinking objectively, obviously, I had to bring it down to a 4. Not to say it's not good. It's like it's a second chance romance. There's an amnesia. There's like cheating, but not the main characters that cheated. So it kind of really like tugged at my heartstrings a lot. Really good. It's a little like fast paced, just in the sense of like the writing. There were some things that could have been developed more, but it's okay. I'm not picky. And then I rated the fourth book of Heaven's Official Blessing, also a 4 star. I'm not sure what I rated the second and the third book in the series, but it's okay. Iced Out, yeah, guys, I will be getting into my hockey romance in 2025 because I don't know what some of y'all are putting into this hockey romances, but they're eating. C.E. Richie, like, she be eating, okay? She does exactly what she needs to do. Vespertin, I surprisingly, like, Ivana's recommended this book to me. Shout out to you, Ivana, because I actually really, 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 really liked this. It was really, really good. It was also like something different than like your normal like fantasy books that you read, and it's kind of YA. It's classified as YA. It is YA. I don't read YA books often, But like this one by Margaret is really, really good. I will be checking out more of her books because I like her writing. Like her writing herself, very good. I have to applaud her. Also, like with YAs, one thing that I noticed is like the main characters are always very stupid, but this main character, not stupid. Oh, The Reckoning by Kelly Armstrong. I rated that one a 4 star. That's the third book in the Darkest Power series. It's so funny how I rated the third book a 4 star. I think the first 2 books, I rated them like a 3.5, 3.7, whatever. But you know that series is good when the last book is like oomph and it's rated like super high. That's how you know that like the author did what she needed to do. But anyways, I would eat up a good paranormal fantasy books. Also, it just reminded me that I should go back to reading about like my little werewolves and little vampires again, because I do enjoy that. Red, White, and Royal Blue. Honestly, this is self-explanatory. 4 star. The first time I read it at a 5 star, but then I had to be objective because I did a reread of it last year, and then I decided to be more objective. That's why it's rated a 4 star. The Poisonous Ring is the second book in the A Rip Through Time series. It's also by Kelly Armstrong. Good book. Good book. She did what she had to do. Lastly is Snared. It's the second book in the When Nightmares Reign. That was also fantasy. This is the one that has dragons in it. It's very, very nice. I really like it. It's enemies to lovers as well, because it's like romance between like a dragon hunter and a dragon. And there's also found family. I would eat up found family any day, all day. Give it to me. There's like, okay, that's kind of a spoiler, so I'm not gonna say that. If you want a good, this one's also LGBTQIA plus as well. It's boy love. So a lot of books that I read in the year 2024 were very much boy love. Anyway, so those are my 4 stars. I've got 2 books that I rated 4.5, and they're both The Husky and the White Cart Shizun, book 3 and book 4. So if that doesn't say you need to go and read this book, I don't know what to say to you. And then my 5-star reads, I've got 2. 1, God of Fury by Rena Kent. I don't know what crack Rena Kent put in this book. And quite frankly, I don't care. Because I will eat up God of Fury any day. That one's also LGBTQ+. It's actually, I think I just rapped right there. Anyways, it's actually her first time writing like boy love, and she ate. Okay, she ate down bad. She did exactly what she needed to do. It was romance, it's mafia, it's enemies to lovers. There's like tension and pining and slow burn, and it is 625 pages of goodness. I cried, actually, when I read God of Fury. And y'all know that I do not cry. I cried, guys. I shed actual, literal tears. Brandon and Nico are, like, they're special to me. I'm actually going to do a reread this year. I'm very excited because I missed them so much. Like, guys, let me read you the review that I wrote. Nico and Brad are my serotonin boost. They make me believe in love so bad. Rena freaking Cat, you deserve an award. In the words of Gen Z, you ate, slayed, and devour. I wish I could go back to February 16th, 2024 and erase my memory so I can reread and experience it all again. Now, guys, if that doesn't say anything about this book. And then the other book that I have on here is The Husky and His White Cat Shizun. I can't speak today, guys. The 6th book. Yo. This book. This book did something to me. Let me read you my review. All I have to say is, finally, because the main characters got together. Finally. Guys, 6 books. Anyways. But oh my god, my mind is spinning from all the theories, and I fear what I'm thinking might happen, and I'm already quaking in my crocs. Guys, I'm not a serious person. But yeah, the main character tried to take himself out, and he thought that he was just going to take himself out. But he reincarnates into his 16-year-old self, and then basically was like, second chance, do over. And then the rest of the book has just been literally him doing life over. And then we would get the flashback of like some of the stuff that he did before he took himself out. And when I tell you, the romance is one of like the biggest parts of his whole like redemption arc and everything. And you see how I'm literally tweaking about this? Yeah, this book is serious for me. This book is very serious for me. The 7th and the 8th book are dropping soon, and I'm like, give it to me now. Thank you so much for coming along with me on this journey to explore my 2024 reading wrap. I'm hoping that for 2025 I can make my reading goal and read more fantasy books, read more romance books, read more Black authored books. That's definitely a big one for me. Get into more audiobooks as well. Read more sports romance, especially hockey romances, because I really like those as well. And reduce the amount of days it takes me to finish a book, because for 2024, my average time was 4 days. I want to take it down to like 2 days. But if you have read any of the books that I just yapped your ears off about, or you're planning to read them, please hit me up. I like to yap, and I like to yap about books. Also, drop your reading goal in the comment section so that we can just, hype each other up, keep each other accountable. I'm excited to see what some of y'all are going to be reading / doing in this year 2025. And that is all for now. See you guys in the next video.